Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lampeter Strasburg High School here in Lancaster County. This is Lancaster County football on the Flagship Network. Tonight, it's Northern Lebanon and Lampeter Strasburg. They will battle. It's the 2-6 Northern Lebanon Vikings against a Lampeter Strasburg team that comes in with a record of 6-0. Caleb House is the man we had to highlight tonight. He has 771 passing yards on the season, 15 touchdowns total, so he's one to highlight at the quarterback position. As always, our poll on the fan vote, Instagram, 83% says Lampeter Strasburg is going to run away with this one. And they have done so 6 times this season in 6 opportunities. Shout out to our sponsor before this one starts. It is Friday Night Lights, and the sun is just setting here in Lancaster County. We'll have our lineups and kickoff coming to you shortly. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it wasn't an invite, you invited yourself.
No, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henry.
Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to
Tell me that this is going to work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.
Welcome to the Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Welcome to the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
High school kid there in the intro. It's most definitely not Friday night. I feel like it is. It's Thursday night, and we're here at Lampeter Strasburg High School in Lancaster County. It's the Vikings and the Pioneers tonight. Pioneers wear their home blue jerseys, and Northern Lebanon wears the road whites. Well, we highlighted Caleb House in the open. He gets the job done with his arm and his legs. And he comes in with a completion percentage of 64% on the season. He's thrown the ball 73 times, 47 completions on the year. For Northern Lebanon, it's been a three-headed monster at the running back position all season long. You're going to hear multiple names on the ground. And Borowski, Watson as well, Clee Sath also all have 25 or more rushing attempts so far this season. And we expect nothing different here tonight. So the home team will get the ball first. The Pioneers will receive. And Northern Lebanon will boot this one deep. Again, coming off a game last week here on the Flagship Network. That was great. Governor Mifflin and Wilson. We hope it's another good one here tonight. Riley Messinger, the junior, on to boot this one to Lampeter Strasburg as we begin this game. Again, the sun just setting here in Lancaster County. Another great crowd on hand, as it's been that way all season long here in the Lancaster Lebanon League. And let's do it. Healthy return out to the 30-yard line. And that's Avon Cunningham. He's a senior. So the Pioneers have their first possession of the football game, and onto the field comes number 13, Caleb House. One of the better defensemen as well in the Lancaster Lebanon League. Also leads the team with 2 interceptions on the season outside of being the starting quarterback. First and 10 from the 31. House back to pass on first down, and out of the backfield goes Brown. He's got a completion, and he's got a first down as he's upended around the 42-yard line. That's Brown's 7th catch of the season, and his first one here tonight. House, again, back to pass. It's a screen play, and there's not much doing. A mini pickup out across the 44-yard line. Hostetler on the reception. Pioneers go quick. It's 2nd and 10. Brown gets his first carry of the game, spins around the logo, and he's brought down just before the 50-yard line. Fast-paced action early on from the Pioneers. They move quickly on their first offensive possession of the game. House again, his 3rd pass attempt already tonight. And the Hostetter has yet another catch on that far sideline. He's brought down into enemy territory inside the 40-yard line. Well, in games that Northern Lebanon really stays in it, they keep the ball and obviously don't turn it over. Not only that, as Weichler goes down the near sideline and he dives for the pylon. Did he get in? No signal yet. Yes, sir, touchdown. Danny Weichler has the touchdown for the Pioneers. And just as I wrap up my point about the Vikings, obviously not keeping the score close, giving up a touchdown on the first drive of the game, but if they're able to do so and stay within striking distance, they give themselves a good opportunity. It's really when their defense struggles overall. They give up a lot of points in those situations, and they really haven't played too many high-scoring neck-and-neck games. Every game that they've played that's been high-scoring has been in favor of the opposition. We'll take our first break. 7-0 Pioneers. The Vikings will get ball when we come back.
Welcome to the Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Peter Fiorello, fresh off a 44-yard field goal last week. It's the longest so far this season in the Lancaster-Lebanon League. Will kick off. And again, the Vikings will jog onto the field now and return this one for their first possession of the game. 44 yards in the wet, in the rain. It's impressive regardless. And I'll look to keep that momentum going here as we near the midway point of this 2024 high school football season in Lancaster County. Definitely better weather this week than what Pennsylvania saw just 6 days ago. It's a booming kick and return from the 5. Brady Ryan gets up past the 20-yard line. Cale Erdman, the starting quarterback for the Vikings, he jogs onto the football field. One of the veteran leaders on this football team for the Vikings. Clesath, the tailback, on first down and 10 from the 23. Not much to work with there for Ryan as he gets the carry. And it'll bring up a second down and long. Jason Rice, in his 4th season at the helm of this Vikings team, comes in with a record of 12 and 25 overall. Second and 10 from the 23. Clesath again, the tailback. Pre-snap motion. Erdman scrambles away. And again, not much room to work with as he's brought down right around the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a third down and long. Vikings graduated multiple starters on offense and defense from a season ago, including 3 all-league players on the defensive side. And it's been a struggle here in 2024 to build some momentum off of last season. Erdman back to pass over the middle. It's intercepted. Dominic Brown gets in the passing lane, and he's brought down inside the 10-yard line. So Brown has a couple of solid carries on the first possession on offense for the Pioneers, and he has an interception. First and 10 for House. He's in the shotgun. Brown fresh off the interception. Gets the carry on offense now, tries to turn the corner. He'll go to the near sideline, and he's just inside the pylon. Touchdown, Pioneers. It feels only right that Brown scores after the interception. And now it's back-to-back touchdowns all of a sudden. 13-0. Lampeter Strasburg ahead. Fiorello on for the extra point. It's up. It's good. And it's 14-0 here. Early stages of this first quarter. We'll step aside and be right back after this. Fiorella's been busy already today. The kicker for the Pioneers, he's set again to kick this one off. Back to Northern Lebanon. Mentioned before the break that they graduated 3 all-league players on defense, and when the offense puts them in a hole, it's not easy, obviously, for any team, but especially a team that's really struggling on the defensive side of things here in 2024 in a very negative situation again. And the interception and the return inside the 10-yard line sets up Pioneers in perfect field position, and it's the carry by Brown who scores it. Solid return up past the 30-yard line this time for the Vikings, however, and they'll have a little bit better field position to start this next drive. Brendan Ryan on return, and here comes Erdman back at the helm for the Vikings. First and 10 from the 31. We'll see if the Vikings can get their ground game going. Again, just their second drive of the game. Cleesath, the tailback still, pistol formation. Erdman takes the snap, hands to Cleesath, tries to turn a corner. There's nowhere to go. And there's that man again. Brown has been a beast so far in the early stages of this first quarter. Erdman getting the play from the far sideline. And now back towards the huddle. Clock continues to wind, under 8 to play in the first quarter. It's second down and 11 from the Vikings' 30-yard line. Pre-snap whistle. And a delay of game on the offense. So there'll be a 5-yard penalty, and the Vikings go deeper into their own territory. Carter Adams lined up, man-to-man coverage on the near sideline. Again, pistol formation. This time it's Ambrosky in the backfield. Erdman will fly out. And the pass is complete on the far sideline. Brian Mitchell has his first catch of the game. And there's a positive play for a Vikings offense that struggled so far here in the first quarter. Third down and 4 from the 37-yard line. And Borski still in the backfield. Ryan in motion in the slot near side. Erdman hands off, and again, running into a wall goes Ambrosky. 3 blue jerseys surround him, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And here comes the punting unit. While we talked about it in the opening, the rushing attack has been one of the strengths so far, at least in the early part of the season, depending on the opponent. Not so much here on the first 2 drives tonight, however. Messenger set to punt this one away. Clean snap, clean punt. And it's caught inside the 30-yard line. And a great tackle there from Ryan in coverage. So Cunningham tackled inside his own 30-yard line, and here comes Caleb House back onto the field to lead the offense for the Pioneers. 6:28 to play in the first quarter. They lead 14-0. Again, scored on their opening possession. Dominic Brown with an interception from Erdman, and that set up the rushing attack inside the 10-yard line, and that's the reason why they lead 14-0 as number 13 Caleb House scrambles out and finds a receiver just past the 40-yard line. It's Cunningham, and that'll be good for a Pioneers first down. So far in these first few possessions, we've seen the Pioneers go quickly on offense, and they've caught Northern Lebanon flat-footed a few times. House takes the snap, and he'll keep it himself. He'll try the far sideline, turns the corner. It's a first down and more, and he's bumped out of bounds in enemy territory around the 40-yard line. Caleb House, we talked about him as well in the open about what he can do with his arm, but you see it there as well with his legs. Scrambling for another first down for the Pioneers. House again, run pass option. He'll hand to Brown. Brown will try the near sideline, make a couple of men miss, and it's a solid tackle there out in open space. House again in the shotgun. Run pass option yet again, and House will burst right up the gut. He's brought down inside the 25-yard line. Run pass option working to perfection so far for this offense. Chunk play after chunk play. Again, this drive started inside the 30-yard line for Lampeter Strasburg, and now all of a sudden they're moving the football down the field inside the 25-yard line. First and 10 from the 21. House, he'll roll out this time, and that pass is complete. It's Cunningham yet again for a short gain. That'll bring up a second down. Second and 1 to be exact from the 12-yard line. Brown in the backfield. House in the shotgun. High snap. House able to gather it, and he'll try to make something out of nothing. There's a flag in the backfield. It may be a late hit possibly as well. We'll see. But it's got to be a hold, you would assume, on the offense.
Holding offense. 52, 50.
So back up the Pioneers 10 yards after the holding penalty. Noah Cooper, guilty of the hold. So the ball will be placed at the 22-yard line. Under 5 to go in the first quarter. Penalties decline. Definitely not declined, as our PA announcer. Nice slot grab. And tackled at the 1-yard line. goes Nault. Interesting here in our booth. PA announcers. You never decline a holding penalty. And just as I say that, House and the Pioneers offense turns the football over deep in the Vikings territory. So the Vikings come up with a big play on defense, trying to help their offense out and keep them in the game. House again, two-way player at the quarterback position, but one of the better defenders as well on the Pioneers team. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Cleeseth in the backfield. Erdman in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, gets the ball out quickly to the far sideline, and it's a short gain. Bryce Yoakum, his first catch of the game at that. They'll bring up a 2nd down and medium. So far, I think Erdman's got to get the ball out quickly. We've seen him trying to scramble away and create some space for himself, but the Lampeter Strasburg defense has hung tough here early on in this first. Cleeseth again to the right. In the backfield on 2nd down and 6 from the 19. Erdman going to throw again, gets it out quickly, and it's intercepted. There's that man again, Brown, and he gallops into the end zone for a pick 6. Touchdown, Pioneers. Dominic Brown with his 2nd interception of the game. And just like that, it's 20-0. Lampeter Strasburg. Fiorello on for the extra point. He's 2 of 2 so far. And now 3 of 3. 21-0 Pioneers. We'll step aside and be right back after this.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
Back here out of a timeout. Pioneers 21, Vikings nothing. They'll get the ball back after the 2nd interception of the game from Cal Erdman. Erdman getting the ball out a little bit quicker on that most recent possession, but never a good thing when you throw it to the other team, and that's what he did there on that last drive. So Fiorello back onto the football field. He'll kick off and boot this one back for the Vikings, trying to get out of at least their own territory and jumpstart their offense in some sort of manner. They've been stuck inside their own 30-yard line for the majority of this first quarter. Bush, that's Ryan on the return, and he's brought down across the 30-yard line. So back-to-back solid returns from Ryan, and he gives himself and his team at that decent field position here to start their next drive. Coach Price and company, I'm sure, drawing up some easy plays for Erdman to get the ball out quickly, but not only that, their offensive line needs to step up in a big way to buy in some time. And not too many rushing attempts so far either on these first 2 drives for the Vikings. We'll see what they have to offer here. It's 1st down and 10 from the 33. And Borski, the new tailback in the backfield. Erdman will keep it himself, and he runs up just down inside the 35-yard line. Clock continues to wind. It feels like it's been a pretty long first quarter because it has been. Of course, a lot of points scored for one team, not so much for the other, 21-0. And it's 2nd down and 8 from the 35-yard line. Sun pretty much set here. And we're under 3 to go now. Mitchell split out wide to the near sideline, man-to-man coverage down there. Pistol formation for Erdman. Takes the snap, and he'll look to throw yet again. It's in the no man's land, and it hits the turf. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 off the hands of his intended target. Shout out to the fans who are here tonight. Again, some people, most people, I should say, work tomorrow on a Friday, but they're out here supporting their team here on a Thursday night. Third down and 8 from the 35. Pioneers looking for a stop. Vikings looking to continue this drive and pick up a 1st down. It's much needed. Have to give their defense a breather after being out there the majority of this first quarter. We may have had some pre-snap movement. No, it's going to be a timeout called by the Vikings. 21-0 your score, 2:38 to play in the first quarter. We'll step aside. Quick timeout. We'll be right back. Back out of a timeout, 21-0 your score, 2:38 to play in the first quarter. Northern Lebanon let that play clock wind down a little too low. Already had a delay game in the first quarter, didn't want to take another one. And they used their first time out of the half. Again, a 3rd down and 8 from their own 35-yard line. Erdman back to pass. Over the middle of the field, it's caught. We have a penalty marker down as Ryan gets tackled around midfield. We'll see what the penalty marker is. It's going to be a hold against the offensive line of Northern Lebanon. So they shoot themselves in the foot, back them up 10 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 18, deep inside their own territory. Pocket looked clean. It looked good for Urban, but there's a reason why. Obviously the hold. And not so sure it was needed, to be quite honest with you. Regardless of the penalties, Ryan's had a great first half as a returner and a receiver as well for the Vikings. Game clock winds, 3rd and 18 from the Vikings' 25-yard line. Erdman has the play call. The Vikings break huddle. Four wide receivers set. And Borski, the lone tailback. He'll get the pitch and try to get as much as he can, which is not a lot, as he's brought down almost immediately. And Emery Fleur is in on the tackle as he flew out of the safety position and makes the play. That'll bring up a 4th and 17. The Vikings will have to punt yet again. Messenger back. It's a low snap. He fields it, and he boots it away. Nice tackle there in coverage as Cunningham is brought down before he can take a step pretty much. And that's where this next drive will start for the Pioneers. They've scored on every possession so far, and they also have the pick 6 from Brown to go along with that. Next Thursday, Kennett on the road. They'll take on Unionville. That'll be at 7 o'clock, and Wilson will be on the road at Penn Manor. That's Friday at 7 p.m. We hope you guys can join us for those two. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. House in the shotgun. Brown in the backfield. He'll get the carry yet again. He'll turn the corner. He's got 5. He's got about 7 as a penalty marker is down on the football field. Brown went in to Vikings territory, but this one might be coming back.
What do you got, Cody? Illegal formation, offense.
Penalty is going to be on the offense. It's an illegal formation on the Pioneers. Bring up a first down at 15 with just over 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Two tight end set. Pioneers look like they'll run it again. House takes the snap. I'm wrong. Back to pass. Looking. It's Brown out of the backfield. And shifty through a couple of defenders, making a miss, and he's inside of Vikings territory just before the 45-yard line. House took a big hit on the play as he released that football, but he's back up and jogging into the huddle. They'll move quickly and not huddle at that. Brown lined up to the left of House this time. They'll get the carry. Maneuver his way up the gut, and he barrels over a couple of bodies, still not down. We have a major push going on, and finally multiple men are brought down around the 35-yard line of the Vikings. So this possession, which started around the Pioneers' 40-yard line, after the penalty, they move forward, they continue to move forward, and that should be the last play, maybe one more before the end of this first quarter. Again, all first quarter, they've moved quickly at a high rate. Brown gets the carry and tries the edge. He's got another positive gain as the clock runs out on this first quarter. 21-0 is your score. The Pioneers are yet again on the move. We'll see what they got for us to start the second.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it wasn't an invite, you invited yourself.
No, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henry. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk.
Back here to start the second quarter. 12 minutes now on the game clock. We have a fresh play. And it's 2nd down and 3 from the 28. Pioneers will try to make it a positive one. House is flushed. He's hit. He's still on his feet. Still no whistle, which is crazy. And finally a whistle's brought. If this is the NFL, that play would have been dead 10 seconds prior. House has taken a beating here on these last few dropbacks. And it's a big-time loss for a Pioneers team that's been charging on every drive of the game. This is their first real test so far. The first half, it's 3rd down and 13 from the 38-yard line. House will keep it himself right up the middle, trying to get as much as he can. Oh, he leapfrogs a man. Still on his feet. Turns the corner, and just like that, he's into the end zone. It's a Pioneers touchdown. One of the defenders went low. And House used his athletic ability. I want to call it a leapfrog, probably the wrong word to use, but certainly a hurdle. And it's another touchdown, 27-0. Go the Pioneers. Fiorello on for the extra point. Sound like a broken record, but he's got another one. One of the best kickers in the county. And he puts another point on the board. 28-0 your score. We'll step aside. Be right back after this. Packet of a timeout. Fiorello will kick this one back to the Vikings, whose offense continues to struggle. And again, if you're just joining us, it's been a one-sided affair, obviously, when you look at the scoreboard, but not all because the Pioneers have been dominant on offense. They've capitalized off of a couple of turnovers from the Vikings. And a few times when the Vikings were driving the football towards the enemy territory, they committed a few penalties. And the biggest one being an illegal formation, which wiped away a massive game from Ryan on the last drive. So, again, Ryan will field this one inside his own 15-yard line, and he's got nowhere to go. Kick coverage again, stellar from the Pioneers. Credit Heiserman on the tackle. Ryan, so far in this game, has returned the ball nicely, giving his team some positive field position for the most part across the 30-yard line on multiple occasions, but not right there. Vikings will have to go a deep way to get points on the scoreboard on this drive. Erdman with 2 interceptions so far on the game. One of them very costly, a pick 6 to the hands of Dominic Brown. You see Brown there, number 7 in the blue jersey. When we go wide after the snap, Erdman scrambling right, throwing to the far sideline. It's incomplete from his intended target. Looking for Ryan. 2 Ryans on this Vikings team. Number 7, Brendan Ryan. And number 25, Brady Ryan. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Multiple times as well tonight, the Vikings have flirted with a delay of game. One of the main reasons why is because Urban's got to run a long way over to that sideline to get the play call. Erdman takes the snap and hands off, and not much room to work with. And Borski tackled almost immediately. Again, it's been a back-and-forth battle at the tailback position between Kleesath and Borski. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. Again, Erdman all the way over to the sidelines, now jogging back into the huddle. Story of this game obviously has been, I guess I should say, you can take it in many different directions, but definitely the defensive line from the Pioneers has been savages in the trenches, forcing Erdman to get the ball out quickly, as he does right here. And House, the quarterback, picks up the tackle. Again, quarterback and corner as well, / safety. Not good enough for the 1st down, however, so it'll bring up a 4th down and 5. And the punt team is on for the Vikings. Got in the hole early on that drive. 2, I want to say negative plays, but really just didn't amount to anything. It brought up a 3rd down and 10, And even after the 5-yard gain, just not good enough. The Vikings struggling to put play after play together on offense. Messenger, another punt. This one's a low liner. And a fair catch is called around the 43-yard line by Cunningham. We'll step aside. 28-0 your score. 9:35 to play in the second quarter. Tune in tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Fleetwood on the road. They'll take on Warwick. That'll be a good one. 2-4 Fleetwood trying to make something happen here midway point of the season against Warwick, who's 6-0. Very similar matchup here tonight. 28-0. House, again, back to pass. Clean pocket, has all day. Finds his man over the middle. And turning that corner that time is Fleur. He's got his first reception of the game after making a big-time tackle on the last drive. And he's knocked out of bounds in the Vikings territory. First down and 10 from the 40. House will hand to Brown. Brown finds some running room. He's across the 30-yard line and brought down just around the 25-yard line. And when you watch Northern Lebanon run the football, they run into a brick wall almost immediately. But Brown, with his size and speed and the offensive line up front, who's been stout so far, it's been easy run after easy run, and you see why right there. First and 10 from the 27. House back to pass. Good mix of passing and rushing, obviously, from this offense throughout tonight so far. House playing Superman in the backfield, spins away from multiple defenders. Now he'll look to run, spins away, still on his feet, inside the 20. This is video game-like stuff from House, and he picks up a first down. Miraculous play by the Pioneers quarterback. Well, we all like to play as Michael Vick back in 2005 and run around in circles in the backfield and then take it 100 yards. House tried to do so right there. Maybe not 100, but certainly felt like it. Brown, again, no one's near him. He'll make one man miss, and then it dropped right around the 5-yard line. So much green grass in front of every rushing attack so far, whether it be House or Brown. That'll bring up a second down and 1. House, again in the shotgun. Brown to his right. House will throw here. Again, only needs 5 yards for a touchdown, and he's got it. Weichler has his second touchdown of the game. And this one's starting to get a little out of hand now. 34-0 your score with one of the best kickers on for this extra point for Fiorello. Looking to make it 35-0. Not even halfway through this second quarter yet. It's up, it's good. Well, it's been a combination of the Pioneers playing at a high level and Northern Lebanon shooting themselves in the foot. We'll see if they can get anything going on offense. Right after this, stick with us. Quick note: Warwick not 6-0. They're 3-3 on the season overall. So again, two evenly matched teams. 3-3 Warwick hosts 2-4 Fleetwood, and not similar to tonight with Lampeter Strasburg being 6-0 on the season. So that'll be fun. Again, that's going to be at Warwick 24 hours from now. Starting to pick up the pace here as the schedule gets heftier and heftier as we move into October now. First couple of weeks broadcasting one game now. Trying to get a few extras in for you guys here on the Flagship Network. While we have some time, let's give you a little bit of a recap here. Welker has 2 touchdowns from the wide receiver position for the Pioneers, one on the opening drive and one on the most recent. Brown with a pick 6, as well as a rushing touchdown also. And I'll tell you what, Caleb House done it through the air and on the ground himself at the quarterback position. Continues to play at a high level. And it's fun when you're a high school kid and you know you're better than the defense and you know you're more talented for the most part. You'll never say it out loud, obviously, but you definitely have the confidence to take risks, especially when you have a massive lead like the Pioneers do currently. And when they work out your way, it gets you even more fired up. I think that's something that we can all relate to here tonight. 8:18 to play. It's first down and 10. Or I should say it will be once the Pioneers boot this one away. Can't talk enough about Fiorello, number 23 there for the Pioneers. The 44-yard field goal last week in the rain and wind. Kick is away. And Ryan back to return from his own end zone almost. And running into a wall, and he's tackled before he reaches the 15-yard line. Again, in high school, the ball comes out to the 20-yard line, not the 30 in the NFL. So if you're wondering why they're returning it from their own goal line and not letting that thing bounce, that's the reason why. Trying to get some yards, and as much as they can, of course. First and 10 from the 14-yard line. Again, tough field position, back-to-back drives now for Erdman and company as he's back onto the football field at the quarterback position. Four wide receiver set, three to the near sideline, one to the top. And it's Clesat this time, the tailback. Extra blocker out there, and that one's complete to the far sideline. Out of bounds goes Carter Adams. That's his first catch of the game. And finally something positive for this offense that struggled to get things going on first down and 10 each and every drive so far here tonight. I'll bring up a second down and 4, much more manageable, and again, it has to be a dink and dunk type deal. You don't see Northern Lebanon air it out too much, if not ever. And especially when they're down 35-0, can't take too many chances turning the football over, especially in their own territory. Erdman in the shotgun. Clesath again in the backfield. Last play, Clesath was an extra blocker used for the blitz pickup. We'll see if he does so yet again. And he does. Another screen pass. Look out. And it's incomplete. Massive tackle put on by number 4. That's Christian Nolt. Nolt, the senior, 6 foot, 160 pounds. He's a freight train coming right at you. So that'll bring up a third down and 4 after the incomplete pass, and you can argue it's probably a good thing. That was dropped for the Vikings. 8 to play until halftime. Vikings desperately trying to extend this drive. 5 on the play clock. And we'll see if they got a timeout in before it expired. Indeed, they did. So again, multiple times here tonight, we've seen Urban jog over to that sideline, come back a little too late. That's the second time they almost forced a delay of game. That is the Pioneers. 35-0, a quick timeout. And before we do so, we'll say a quick shout out to our sponsors. Good time out there for Northern Lebanon as we give you a shout out next week. Stick with us. 2 games, Thursday and Friday. Big third down and 4 from the 21-yard line. Pre-snap motion. Erdman gets the ball out quickly, and it's caught for a first down on the far sideline. Carter Adams has 2 catches. Both of them have been in that area of the football field as both of them have come on this drive. It'll be a first down and a much-needed one at that for the Vikings. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Kalisat, the tailback. Carter Adams, back-to-back plays almost, riding that out route. And we have some movement up front pre-snap. Hayden Adams, the senior, moves early.
False start.
And
Offense.
it's going to be a false start. So it'll be a first down and 15. Erdman gets the play call. He's back out of the huddle. Offensive line already having a tough time tonight against the defensive line. Again, that is Northern Lebanon offensive line, and can't create more negative plays as Ryan is upended right around the original line of scrimmage. Lopez comes up with the stop. That'll bring up a second down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Ryan got out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock with 7:33 to play in the second quarter. Again, it's second down and 10 from the 25. Erdman in the shotgun pistol formation. Cleesnat behind him. Ryan goes in motion on the pre-snap. Erdman gets absolutely blown up. That right arm, hopefully it's okay. He looks to be all right, but Erdman looked like he wanted to load up for the first time tonight. We've seen him, and the refs will discuss here. It's called a fumble on the field and a recovery by the Pioneers. And now it'll go as an incomplete pass.
Thank you.
So ball was coming forward, and it hit the turf. So it's an incomplete pass. It'll bring up a third down and 10 for the Vikings. Trying to move the football as best they can here, but again, a false start to open this first and 10 opportunity, turns south, and now Erdman faced with a tall task. Third down and 10. Erdman scrambles out, throws to the near sideline. It's in the no man's land. It's incomplete. Intended for Brady Ryan on the near sideline. So that'll bring up a fourth down and 10. The punt team comes on yet again for the Vikings. 35-0 your score. And we're not even midway through this second quarter. Lampeter Strasburg 6-0 this season, 35-8 overall is the coaching record of Victor Ridenour, who's in his fourth season as the head coach of this Pioneers team. That punt takes a friendly bounce for Northern Lebanon, goes deeper into Pioneer territory, and that's out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Caleb House moved from the running back position last year to the quarterback position this year, and the Pioneers haven't lost a step. They were predicted preseason third here in Section 4, and so far they have lived up to the billing, I should say. Pioneers also lost 16 starters total from a season ago as they pick up a penalty here on the return. We'll back them up a little bit deeper into their own territory, but I'm sure they don't care. Up 35-0 currently here in the second quarter. LS is 3-0 in the conference, 6-0 overall. Still have some big tests awaiting them in the near future as far as opponents go.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on blue. First down.
So it's a 15-yard penalty. So that'll back the Pioneers up to their own 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 there. Danny Weckler gets his first carry of the game. He tries the far side, and he's got some running room, still on his feet, past the 30, now the 35, and he's brought down out of bounds around the 36-yard line. Bryce Yoakum in on the tackle. So Dominic Brown at the running back position gets a well-deserved break for LS. And it's Weckler there, who already has 2 receiving touchdowns here tonight with his first carry. And it's a chunk play on 1st and 10 for the Pioneers. It's going to be now 1st and 10 from the 37. House scrambles out, and that pass is incomplete. He was looking for Cunningham, who came out of the slot. And the ball goes incomplete. They'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Shout out to the fans who have come out here tonight multiple times now here with the Flagship Network and everyone behind the scenes. We've done some football games here in the fall, and I tell you what, every time we come to the home turf of whatever team we go to broadcast, it's been packed completely. House in the shotgun. Weckler again the tailback. House back to pass. Again, a clean pocket as he has all night long, or I should say as he has had all night long, and it's going to be another completion. And after the play is over, we're going to have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty go against the Pioneers. Christian Nolt, after catching the pass, has a
dead ball, unsportsmanlike.
Couple of
on the
extra
offense.
things / body language. And nobody here agrees with it, but nevertheless, it'll back them up a little bit further into their own territory. Already had the personal foul penalty on this drive to start. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. And if you take away the personal foul penalty originally on this drive, this is where the football should have been to start on the 35-yard line. Under 7 to go until halftime. Impressive here to see Weckler not only be able to handle the ball as a receiver, having 2 touchdowns here tonight, but also as a tailback as well. As House has a lead blocker. It's Weckler who's still trying to find somebody to hit. It's House down the near sideline. 2 men to beat. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown Pioneers. Weckler leading the convoy. And he really didn't have to do too much as a lead blocker there as House outran the defense. Fiorello on for the extra point. He's perfect so far here tonight. And it remains that way. 42-0 your score. We'll step aside. 6:20 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Two to nothing your score. Lampeter Strasburg, who is 6-0 coming into tonight. They haven't really had a tall test yet in this Section 4. And that's continued here tonight, but it's, again, you got to play the teams on your schedule and play at a high level. And they've done so here tonight. 42-0 they lead. Fiorello on to kick this one away. He's been busy here so far tonight. I think that face says it all for Coach Price and company on the Northern Lebanon sideline. Just struggling mightily on the offensive side of things. And even when they being Northern Lebanon, gotten some positive yardage, it's been penalty after penalty. And you can't win too many football games when you're arguably down talent level to start the football game. So this drive will start on the Vikings 20-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. 6:28 to go until halftime. And I tell you what, Vikings hope to get some sort of momentum on this most recent drive. Really all starts here on first down. Avoid the penalties and try to pick up some sort of positive play. It doesn't have to be a bomb. It just has to be something positive to set you up in second down and manageable. We've seen it happen a couple times here tonight. A few first downs have been picked up, but the drives have stalled out. The Vikings have not been in Pioneers territory yet here tonight. They'll try to do so on this drive. Erdman will hand off, and Kleseth is taken down almost immediately in the backfield. Well, you have to continue to credit the Pioneers' defensive line. They're getting pressure at a high level, and they're flying off the football at the snap. Erdman again continues to get the play call from the far sideline. Now back in the huddle. 14 seconds on the play clock. Now 10. And they've been flirting with danger with the play clock all first half. 3 on the play clock. And now Erdman is back to pass. Clean pocket, and it's incomplete. He was looking towards the far sideline. Carter Adams, his intended target. We've seen Adams catch a few balls so far here tonight on those out routes. Wasn't there that time, however. And it'll set up a third down and 15. First down run went nowhere, honestly backwards. And again, on first down, it's not a bad play call, or play call, I should say, when your Coach Price trying to muster your offense a little forward, to say the least. But not when you go back 5 yards. Can't lose that many. Erdman gets past one defender. Now another. And he finally has a chunk play as he's out across the 35-yard line. So Erdman makes one man miss in the backfield. That's all he needed. Created some space and got a positive gain. Looking back on that first quarter as well, it seemed as though the Vikings were having some positive gains when they had an extra blocker in the backfield. We saw Mborski multiple times, Kleseth as well, with extra pass protection from the tailback position, giving Erdman some extra time to throw the football. And we'll see if they continue to do that here as we near halftime. So this drive's extended after the 3rd and 15 pickup on the ground from Erdman. Pistol formation. He's back to pass yet again. He'll look deep down the far sideline. Man-to-man coverage, and it's incomplete. Looking for Carter Adams yet again. And that'll bring up a second down and 10. We've seen man-to-man coverage all game long for the most part from the Pioneers on the Vikings receivers. And that's the first opportunity that Erdman has given one of his teammates to try to go up and get it with man-to-man coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Kleseth in the backfield. Another pistol formation. Erdman will roll out. And the pass is incomplete. He was looking for Ryan. And now again, putting themselves in a hole. It's 3rd down and 10. Somewhat surprising, at least to me, watching the game, that Erdman doesn't try to run the football a little bit more from the quarterback position like we see House do. Obviously, House has a great offensive line and good blockers around the edge. Working at perfection, honestly, for the most part, but never hurt to try. If you're Erdman and company, as that one's pitched out, and Klesath has some room to work with as he's bottled up just before the 45-yard line. So that'll bring up a 4th down and short. We'll see if the offense is left on the football field, and it won't be. Here comes the punting team. Messenger has been a busy man tonight as the punter for this Vikings team, as has Fiorello for the Pioneers as a kicker. Cunningham back to return. High snap, ball's loose, and all Messenger can do is fall on it. So even down 42-0, when it's 4th down and 5, some may argue give your team an opportunity to go for it and get the first down. And you see the negative reasons of why that could have been a good idea, I guess you can say. If you go for it, at least your team's around the 40-yard line, and now that they don't, it's a bad snap, and just like that, ball's down at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10, and the Pioneers are threatening immediately. Dominic Brown in the backfield. He's been a cheat code so far all game long. Direct snap to House, or excuse me, it's a Wildcat formation. That is not House. Asher Jones now into the game at the quarterback position and give House, you could argue, the rest of the night off. Still working with the first team tailback, however, in Brown. And he'll get the carry. And he's upended around the 15-yard line. So Asher Jones, the quarterback, it's his 3rd game played this season in relief of Caleb House. Has yet to complete a pass, has only thrown 4 of them. But he'll get some work here tonight. 6'2", sophomore. Always cool to get some opportunity to play as an underclassman, as Brown looks to do some damage, turns the corner, and he's bumped out of bounds just before he reaches the pylon. It'll set up a 1st down and goal. Jones set the hand off. He does. Brown fighting, reaching, and he stops short of the goal line. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 1 from the 1-yard line. Jones, high snap. He's able to fall on it, but we've seen that multiple times here tonight. Brown's a little frustrated. He knew he was getting the carry. He wanted another score, and he's not going to get it on that play. Timeout on the field, 1:53 to play, 42-0 your score. Pioneers threatening yet again. And we want to take this time real quick. Shout out next week. Let's do it, Brandon. Let's do it. Let's throw the graphic up there. Another doubleheader Thursday and Friday. We'll present to you Kennett and Unionville. Be on the call for that, as well as Friday night, Wilson on the road at Penn Manor. That'll be a big-time game. We know the Penn Manor faithful show out. The Wilson Bulldogs went on the road. They beat Governor Mifflin a week ago, and their crowd travels as well. So we're excited for those two. We'll step aside, one quick break. Be right back. Well, sometimes the broadcaster just throws everything through a loop. But we're back out of a quick timeout. I mentioned it. Brown tries to turn the corner on the near side, and he's short yet again. They'll continue to feed Brown all game long here, at least in the first half, until we expect him to get his well-deserved breather and the underclassmen come on if this game continues to get out of hand, which it already has been. We already know Caleb House is out of the game. He started at the quarterback position for the Pioneers. The offense put up 42 points, technically 35 minus the pick 6, but nevertheless, he will get the rest of the night off, we presume. And Asher Jones is in at the quarterback position. He continues to feed Brown, and he walks into the end zone for another Pioneers touchdown. Well, if you keep feeding number 7, eventually good things are going to happen, and he's on the scoreboard yet again. 48-0, pending the extra point. Under 2 to play until halftime. What was an already light crowd for Northern Lebanon, who traveled here tonight, now gets even lighter as a couple of fans head for the exits. And the extra point is good. 49-0 your score. 1:16 to play until half. .16 to go here until halftime. It's been all Pioneers since kickoff. They scored on their opening drive, and they can continue to pour it on as we near the halfway mark of this football game. Caleb House, another impressive performance in front of his home crowd at the quarterback position. Dominic Brown as well with a pick 6 and 2 rushing touchdowns to go along with it as well. He's been definitely fun to watch, especially if you're here tonight cheering for the home team. So LS had to kick this one away. Ryan back to return for Northern Lebanon. Fiorello. Kicks it, but we have a pre-snap whistle. First opportunity for me tonight to watch this Lampeter Strasburg squad, and we certainly have impressed. Definitely anxious to get back here and call another game for them. It's been fun to watch them play here tonight. So we'll try it again. Fiorello set to kick this one back to the Vikings with 1:16 to play. Fiorello's got a serious leg as that one's deep and into the end zone for a touchback. Well, if you're a fan of football in general, come to these games here in Lancaster County, you never know what you're going to bump into. You never know what you're going to see for the first time, and getting to watch these different student athletes each week as a broadcaster, it's been fun. Definitely very grateful to be able to do it. Last week, Maddox Gruber at the quarterback position for Wilson put on some crazy moves, great display. Grady Gardner as well. And we're going to bounce around here with our team, multiple high schools throughout the rest of this fall season here in 2024 in the Lancaster, Lebanon area. So come out and support it. Watch your team here on the flagship. And if you can't tune in or you don't want to, hey, come see us right here on the turf right at this stadium. It's been great all season long as the Vikings hasn't been a great game for them. Bring up a second down. And it looks to be 11, maybe 10. But definitely been fun to watch here. Under a minute to go until halftime. Clock continues to wind. Well, we'll keep it here. And there's a timeout on the field. Lampeter Strasburg will play Twin Valley here in a couple weeks. And here at the flagship, we'll be on the call for that again. They went up 49-0 at halftime tonight against Donegal. Something very similar happening here tonight. Always fun when LS and Twin Valley meet. Twin Valley, the number 1 team in Pennsylvania currently. And preseason number 1 in Section 4. For obvious reasons, can't wait for Evan Myers and company. Let's see what they put on display against this LS team, who again, they continue to dominate in the line of, or at the trenches, at the line of scrimmage. We know that Twin Valley is built to go deep in the postseason. But this LS defensive line is no joke, and watching that battle with those two in a couple weeks will be a lot of fun. It's halftime here at Lampeter Strasburg Stadium. 49-0 your score. LS leads Northern Lebanon.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it wasn't an invite. You invited yourself.
No, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henry. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to
Tell me if this is really work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.
Welcome to the Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home. UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
Welcome to the Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes.
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well,
so
it wasn't an invite. You invited yourself.
no, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henry.
Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to.
Telling me that this is going to work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.
Welcome back, everyone. Halftime here. Lampeter Strasburg against Northern Lebanon. They lead 49-0, and it's been an offensive onslaught all game long in that first half. Caleb House got the job done with his legs and through the air, but so far the standout has to be Dominic Brown, the tailback, 2 rushing touchdowns and a pick six on the defensive side of things from the linebacker position, and really Erdman threw it right to him. Didn't have to do too much, but right place, right time, and took it to the house for a 35-yard touchdown. 4 minutes until we play this third quarter. Stick with us. Max Gretzel on the call for the Flagship Network.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it
so
wasn't an invite, you invited yourself.
No, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henne. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to.
Telling me that this is going to work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.
Welcome to the Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Welcome back, everyone. Third quarter action starts now here at Lampeter Strasburg High School in Lancaster County. 49-0 your score. We'll see some underclassmen here, I presume, for this Pioneers team that will move to 7-0 on the season. And again, a date with Twin Valley still to come here in 2024. Asser Jones came on in relief of Caleb House towards the end of that second quarter at the quarterback position for the Pioneers. We'll see if he comes out to start this third quarter. I expect nothing different. Northern Lebanon will get possession of the football to begin this third quarter and try to muster some sort of life on their offense. Brady Ryan back to return for the Vikings. Peter Ferrarello set to kick off for the Pioneers. Here we go. Third quarter is underway. Ryan on the return. Gets past the 20, spins away from a defender, and he's brought down before the 25-yard line. And that's where this drive will begin. The first one at that here in the third quarter for the Vikings. Northern Lebanon did not cross midfield on the Pioneers defense in that first half. We'll see if they can do so on this drive. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. Blake Burdick in the game for the first time here tonight, the quarterback position. So Urban's night is all but done. And Pass is low and complete for about 5 yards around the 30-yard line, I'd say. And indeed a 5-yard pickup. And credit Carter Adams with the reception. It's his third of the game. And he's been a go-to guy here on offense for the Vikings so far. Seth in the pass protect. Deep shot down the far sideline. It's incomplete. Cunningham was in pursuit of the football, but it was just out of his reach. Burdick comes into the football game and airs it out to start, something that we did not see Erdman do throughout that entire first half. That'll bring him a 3rd down and 5. Three receivers split wide, 1 high, 3 low. And the pitch play is on. Seth knocked out of bounds before the first down marker. So they'll bring up a 4th down and 5. And Messenger's on the punt. Ryan in discussion with his head coach on that far sideline, obviously in a disagreement. And it's been that kind of night throughout so far for the Vikings, just not able to muster any sort of offense and put themselves in a big-time hole early on. Certainly feels like fall here in Lancaster County as the sun sets and the breeze start to pick up a little bit. Cunningham trying to make a couple of defenders miss, and he's brought down around his own 35-yard line. Penalty marker flies. And I'd assume an illegal block in the back.
Block in the back on the receiving team.
So that penalty will go against the Pioneers. We'll back them up deeper into their own territory after the punt for Messenger.
We could take them 10 yards.
10-yard penalty will back things up for Lampeter Strasburg, and that's where they'll start their first possession of the game, or here in the third quarter, I should say, on the 24-yard line. Asher Jones, number 6, is the quarterback for the Pioneers. He's on for another drive here in the third quarter. Again, he's only a sophomore, so he gets some run here under the lights. First play is a handoff, and it goes for a short gain. Second and 10 from the 24. It's another handoff up the gut, and not much doing that time. Back-to-back handoffs to Brady Cunningham, and the junior has nothing to work with. Under 8 to play in the third. The clock is the friend of the Pioneers at this moment in time. 3rd and 11 from the 23. Jones scrambles to his left, looking to the sideline, and it's intercepted. First positive play of the game for Ryan. He's still on his feet inside the 20-yard line, dances towards the 10, and he's brought down there. So that'll set up Northern Lebanon in prime territory to strike here in the third quarter for their first score of the game. First time they've also been in enemy territory here tonight. Burdick hands off. Ryan trying to turn the corner, and he's brought down inside the 10 on first down. Short pickup. That'll bring up a second down and 9. Clock under 7 minutes now here in the third. Seth in the backfield. Low snap, and he just has to fall on it. Short game on the rushing attempt. And now a bobbled snap. Low one at that, of course, for Burdick, and it'll bring up a third down and 14. So after the interception, all in all, so far, the Vikings have gone backwards 4 yards on the last 2 plays. So we'll see what Coach Price and company draws up here on third down and long. Cleeseth still in the backfield. Burdick takes the snap, scrambles a little bit to his right, looking for a receiver, and it's lobbed into no man's land, incomplete. Ryan was his intended target. And that'll bring out the field goal unit as Messenger is on. He's had a solid night, honestly, from a punting standpoint. Yards have been pretty good. No shanks or anything like that. And he's on to try to get Messenger is good on the field goal. And 49-3 is your score. So after the interception, the Vikings are able to turn them into points. Not a touchdown, but they're on the scoreboard. Will not get shut out here tonight. Next Thursday, 7 o'clock, Kennett versus Unionville. That's right near Kennett Square for you Pennsylvanians. And Friday at 7 to Wilson and Penn Manor. Wilson will be on the road in that football game, and their fans do travel. Always fun to try out these different high schools for me, growing up in the Philadelphia area and coming out here west a little bit in Pennsylvania. See the crowds on hand, student bodies out and about. And certainly see some sweatshirts in the crowd here as the calendar turns to October. Looks like Messenger is on here to attempt some sort of onside kick. We'll see if he does or if he boots it away. And he boots it away. And pretty solid kick. It's in the end zone for a touchback. Well, not the bright spot you want to see if you're a fan of the Vikings, but when you have a good kicker and punter, it makes things definitely a little bit easier for things that you take for granted. So Jones will go back onto the football field at the quarterback position for the Pioneers. Clock continues to wind here in the third quarter, under 5 to play. Because of the score, the play clock is unplugged for the rest of the game. Cunningham, the tailback. Jones going to run to his right, find some space, and he's brought down right around the first down marker. We'll see if he gets it. But it was certainly a direct snap to him, and puts his head down, and he just turned the corner. Picked up a nice gain on first down. Quarterback draws have been working at a high level tonight so far for Lampeter Strasburg. And indeed, it is a first down. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Full backups in for the Pioneers across the board. The tailback and quarterback included in that. And Cunningham, every whole defense went one way. And there goes the quarterback, Jones, the other. RPO, again, successfully working for the offense of the Pioneers there. Another solid pickup on 1st and 10. First down pickup for LS. Ball's going to be placed on the 41-yard line. Same formation we've seen 3 plays in a row. 3 wide receivers to the bottom and 1 up top. Cunningham to the near sideline, crosses the 50-yard line, cuts it back upfield, and he's brought down around the 45-yard line. Great run from Cunningham as the Pioneers go into enemy territory now across the 50. Under 3 to play in the third quarter. Have to take you back to the first quarter and even parts of the second when we saw Caleb House in the hurry-up offense. It worked at a high level and really caught the defense of Northern Lebanon off guard. So far here in the third, however, Jones huddles the offense and tries to milk some clock as we near the end of this third quarter. 2-yard pickup on the handoff. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. Cunningham still in the backfield. This time the formation goes high with 3 wide receivers and 1 to the bottom. Backfield doesn't change. Jones will keep it himself up the gut past the 30-yard line and brought down around the 29. The rushing attack has been impressive with the combination of Jones and Cunningham in the backfield on this drive. First and 10 from the Vikings' 30-yard line. Jones this time will hand to Cunningham. Short gain as he's tackled at the 27. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Asher again huddles. This defense for the Vikings is going to need an ice bath and maybe a little bit more after the amount of time they've spent on the football field here tonight. Jones again hands to Cunningham, who has some running room. Turns the corner, and he's tackled down around the 15-yard line. Another burst and another gain for the Pioneers tailback. Ball's marked at exactly the 16-yard line as the clock goes under a minute to play in the third. Jones hands off. Cunningham again tries the left side, and he barrels his way down towards the 10-yard line. Well, Cunningham's small in stature. Listed at 5'9", 140 pounds, but big in heart, and he's not afraid to throw his body around against the bigger linebackers. That'll take us to the end of the third quarter. 49-3 is your score, and we have 1 quarter left to be played here tonight in Lancaster County. back here to start the fourth quarter of game action. Max Gretzel on the call for the Flagship Network. 49-3 is your score, and Lampeter Strasburg has been in control from the start. It's Asher Jones now in at quarterback, the backup to Caleb House. And he's in on a 2nd down and 3 from the 10-yard line of the Vikings. Brady Cunningham to his right. Cunningham came into this game tonight with 23 total carries, and he continues to get fed here in the second half. Yet again, he has the football, but nowhere to go this time as he's brought down immediately around the 10. So Cunningham tackled around the original line of scrimmage on this play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 from the 10. One of those situations here where Jones can use his legs to scramble and find a receiver, or play the RPO option and keep it himself. He's done so a few times on this drive, and it's worked out well. Jones hands to Cunningham. Tries the far sideline. He's knocked out of bounds around the 6-yard line, but he picks up the 1st down. That's enough. And it'll be a 1st down and goal to go for this Pioneers offense. First and goal from the 6. Cunningham makes a man miss. No. At least tried to, and he's brought down after no gain. Good tackle there. And the Vikings defense is trying to wall up here deep in their own territory. Second down and goal from the 6. The Pioneers will try it again. Cunningham up the gut, and he's pushed back as he reaches as far as the 2-yard line, it looks like. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and short. And indeed, goal to go from the 2. It's a 4-yard pickup. A lot of fans still hanging out here, enjoying tonight. And why not? Your home team putting up a 49 spot in the first half. Nothing to show for it in the third quarter, but didn't really need to. Still leading 49-3 as Jones fakes the handoff and barges his way into the end zone for a Pioneers touchdown. They officially hit the 50 mark, make it 55 to be exact, pending the extra point. And LS continues to pour it on, even with backups now into the game. Got to feel good if you're Asher Jones there, leading the charge down the football field as an underclassman in scoring. Fiorello on for the extra point. He's perfect again so far here tonight. I continue to mention that, with him being one of the better kickers in the county. Great kicking matchup here tonight between Fiorello and Messenger. I'm sure he can do that in his sleep. 56-3 is your score. We'll be back after this. .45 to play in the fourth quarter. Pioneers all over the Vikings, 56-3. And it's been an onslaught since kickoff. Again, the Pioneers scored in their opening possession, had a pick six shortly thereafter from the hands of Dominic Brown, who has since then hit the showers. And the underclassmen for the Pioneers that have been playing for the last few drives. Filarello set to kick it away here, back to the Vikings, and Ryan is set to return. Little pitch plays onto his teammate. Again, 2 Ryans on this team for the Vikings. That's Brendan Ryan. He's knocked out of bounds just past the 10-yard line. So again, out of the timeout on the field. Again, we've seen it multiple times here tonight. The kickoffs especially have been borderline returnable, really for both teams, but the decision to take it out deep in your own territory, when I say that, not in the end zone exactly, but maybe around the 5, 4, even goal line area. I guess when the ball is placed at the 20-yard line, you have to give yourselves a shot, but the way the special teams has been playing tonight so far for the Pioneers, it's been tough sledding in the return game for the Vikings, and you see why right there. This drive starts at their own 13-yard line, first down and 10. And it's a handoff up the middle. Christian Spencer gets his first carry of the game now with the underclassmen of both sides now into the game. Under 9 to play in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down and 6, and that's kind of what, at least in my opinion, Northern Lebanon was trying to look for earlier on in this game, especially when they couldn't string together drives through the air. But the first string defensive line for the Pioneers wasn't letting anything happen, and Erdman was under pressure all game long. And that pass is complete. And Copenhaver, the freshman, has his first catch of the game here in cleanup duty. They'll bring up a first down and 10 from the 30, and I tell you what, even though it is underclassmen on defense as well, it's still good for Vikings fans to see them move the football a little bit here in the fourth quarter on this drive. Band still fired up for good reason, under 8 to play in the fourth quarter. McAdoo now in at quarterback, so we've seen 3 quarterbacks. Erdman to start, Burdick come in and back up, and now McAdoo at the quarterback position, number 5. McAdoo slings that one incomplete. Looking for Jackson Bush, a sophomore. And the pass hits the turf, so they'll bring up a third down and 10. But you got to love the confidence of the sophomore slinging a rock, regardless of who the opponent is here, as we go later here into the fourth quarter. Underclassmen versus underclassmen still playing at the highest of levels. Everybody on each sideline, of course, begging for playing time, and when they get it, and they want to make the most of it, no matter what grade they're in. McAdoo flushed right. Now will step up, still scrambling, but his eyes are still down the football field, and the pass goes incomplete. It's all about fundamentals now and technique for these youngsters, and McAdoo able to keep his eyes down the football field and not just go run first and use his legs, have to like that. Tomorrow night, myself, Max Gertzel, and our team will be at Warwick High School. It's Fleetwood versus Warwick. Fleetwood with a record of 3-3, and they will host Fleetwood with a record of 4-2. So Fleetwood going to try to come in and make some hay on the road. 2 evenly matched teams. We're definitely excited for that. Should be a little bit closer of a matchup, of course, tomorrow night. Not 56-3, which is what we have right here, but credit LS. They didn't play around from the opening whistle. Messenger on to punt this one away on 4th and 10. And it's a high, booming kick. It hits the offensive player. No communication there, as Ryan was really right in front of the returner. Ball hit him, no communication, and that's the little things that drive coaches crazy. Somebody's got to call out there for the Vikings. So it'll be now 1st and 10 for Jones and company on offense from the 26-yard line. Winding clock here, under 6 to play in the fourth quarter. Still a healthy crowd here for the LS faithful, including their student body, which seems to be jersey night here as the spirit in the student section. If somebody's wearing an Adley Rushman jersey, maybe not the best day to do so, but that's just me. Jones hands off, and the Pioneers now just trying to kill some clock. Jandel Pena, the junior, gets his first touch of the game in the backfield. Second and 7 from the 30. Pena gets another carry, this time short gain across the 30-yard line. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 after the 2-yard pickup. Just over 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Tell you what, certainly great to see these fans still out here at LS High School supporting their team. A lot of the times you see, whether it be college or pros, a lot of the students or fans in general really leave, and it's awesome to see here at the high school level with friends and family out. It's really a family environment here, supporting not only the players on the field, but the cheerleaders and the band and everyone who is involved and makes this thing go around. It's been not only fun here tonight, but fun all season long. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Under 4 to play in the fourth quarter. And Filarello has to do something he hasn't done yet here tonight, and that's punt one away. Good snap. And a pretty solid kick. This one's going to drop around the 35-yard line, take a friendly Pioneer hop, and trickle out of bounds. It looks like they're close to it at the 25-yard line. That's where this drive will start for the Vikings. Again, nothing happening for them offensively. It was an interception early stages of that third quarter that really set them up in good field position. They shut up shop around the 15-yard line and settled for a field goal, but they will get on those buses here tonight, avoiding a shutout. McAdoo getting a play from the sidelines, and so many storylines inside of the big picture here tonight, which is obviously the scoreboard. But one of the things we saw early on in the first quarter is the play clock situation with Erdman and the offense of the Vikings really flirting with danger as that continued to wind down play after play, with Erdman getting the play call from the sideline and then having to jog back to the huddle. With the play clock unplugged here in the second, that hasn't been a factor. And McAdoo will keep it himself. Picks up a small gain, tackled on the far sideline. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 from the 29-yard line. Just over 2 to play. Pre-snap motion. McAdoo scrambles to his left. Thought about running. Instead, he'll throw it. It's batted down. Brady Christensen, good active hands from him, able to pursue the play all the way to the far side, or near sideline, I guess I should say. And McAdoo just nothing to work with on that play. 1:30 and counting in the fourth. Vikings trying to get a couple more plays in here. A little extra film to look at on offense as they try to go back to the drawing board here and practice this upcoming week. McAdoo hands off. First down pickup for Spencer as we go under a minute to play here in the fourth. McAdoo takes the snap. QB draw to the far sideline. And he's brought down after a short pickup of about 3, maybe 4 yards. And that should all about do it with 20 seconds to go until the final whistle. We'll see if the Vikings want to run one more play. I'm not sure. It looks like they're lining up in the huddle and now hustling to the line of scrimmage to run one more. And we have an injured Pioneer in the backfield. Looks to be at the safety position. With 8 seconds to go in a blowout, we have an injury. And it's Brady Christensen, who we saw bat down a pass earlier on this drive. And with that being said, we want to shout out Dominic Brown for being our player of the game here tonight. The Lampeter Strasburg running back had 2 touchdowns on the ground, and he had a pick 6 as well on defense. So as Christensen walks off under his own power with the athletic trainer holding that left arm. Looks like that shoulder is in a world of hurt. That is just devastating to see an injury with 8 seconds left in a 53-point game, but hopefully he's okay. McAdoo takes one final snap of this game and running with it and knocked out of bounds that time. It's a massive late hit out of bounds. But it's Spencer yet again. Spencer is going to finish this game with 3 carries, and he's going to end up being the leading rusher on the team here overall, but all 3 of these carries came in the fourth quarter is kind of what I was getting at. So after the play was over, it was a late hit out of bounds, completely unnecessary, but it's not going to matter. Game's over. 56-3 is your final score. Referees are trying to just get out of here, but looks to be like they got to run at least one more play after the penalty. So hopefully both teams avoid an injury on this play, or else it's not going to look great. Few of the fans trying to beat some traffic out of here, head for the exits. McAdoo with one final crack at it. Spencer again, the tailback, pistol formation. McAdoo back to pass. He'll take a deep shot, and it falls incomplete of his intended target. So now officially, no penalty markers are down on the field. That'll do it. 56-3, your final score. Dominic Brown, number 7, is our player of the game. Again, he played at a high level all game long. He got a much-needed, much-deserved rest as well, I should say, as his starting quarterback, Caleb House, who also got the second half off as well. So those guys are rested. And again, Twin Valley looming for this Lampeter Strasburg squad, who improves to 7-0 on the season. And the Vikings of Northern Lebanon dropped to 2-5 on the year. Max Gratzula here at LS High School. We appreciate you guys tuning in. For myself and the rest of our crew here that put all this together, we say thank you and so long. We'll see you tomorrow night, Fleetwood at Warwick. Looking forward to it.
a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
Welcome to the Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes.
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well,
so
it wasn't an invite. You invited yourself.
no, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henry.
Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to.
Telling me that this is really work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.